What up YouTube, it's your boy Anime Specialist. So this was the season finale for Attack on Titan season 3, and it was a pretty good episode. Not as great as the last few, like the last 5 or so, but it was a pretty good episode. I'm hype about the next season. We're gonna talk about that at the end of the video, but there was some things that happened that we need to talk about, so let's get right to it. I just want to say that Historia is freaking beautiful, man. She's been one of my favorite characters since I think season 2. Her arc really started in season 2, and then in season 3 we really knew who she really was, you know. But yeah, man, since season 2 she's been one of my favorite characters in the show, and I hope that we'll see more about her. I've read the manga, but it's been a while. I don't remember everything, so we'll see in the next season. But I just want to say that the girl that at the beginning, you know, she was sad about one of her companions, the guy that she liked died. He was a recruit, you know. So I just want to ask a question. Does she have a different voice actor, or is it the same? Because it's been a while since I've heard her talk, and it seems like it's a new voice actor, but I'm not really sure. So let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, man, I hate the hell out of Flush. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But I hate him with passion, man. I hate his character. I hate his ideals. You know, he's saying that they should have saved Erwin instead of Armin. To his face, man. To Armin's face. That's bullshit, you know. But I hate this character, man. Since the first time I've read the manga, I've hated this character. I don't like him at all, man. It's one of the only characters from, you know, the Eldians in the walls that I hate. I don't know if there's one other character that I really hate, you know, on our side. But Flush, he's something else, man. I really hate his character. I don't like him. I don't know about you guys, but even though maybe they should have saved Erwin instead of Armin, saying that to his face when he didn't have the... it's not like Armin chose to be saved, you know. It wasn't in his hand. It was in Mikasa, you know, Levi, Aaron. It's not like Armin did something wrong. So the fact that he's saying all of that in his face is bullshit. But yeah, I've said all I had to say about Flush. So all the 9 scouts that survived received a medal because they were able to retake Shiganshina. So Armin, Mikasa, Eren, Levi, Anji, John, Coney, Sasha, and even Flush, even though, you know, yes, he did something. I'm not gonna say he didn't do anything. He went to his death, but he survived. So yes, he did something great. But they all received a medal. And while you know, Eren was kissing Historia, obviously she's from royal blood, so he was able to see some of his father's memories. And in his memory, it's a memory that we haven't seen before. He was begging the Reese family and Historia's sister to save, you know, humanity inside of the walls, and saving his child and his wife, you know, because that was his mission. It was to retake the founding Titan. And I guess before he tried, you know, to retake it, he tried to ask them to save the human, but obviously because of the curse that the king has set to the royal family, she didn't do it. We even saw her eyes going like purplish, you know, so that's a sign that the king's curse is still active and everything. So that was a pretty cool flashback that we saw, because at first we thought that Grisha Jaeger just went there and killed every one of them, but he actually asked peacefully to help them defeat the Titan and the Marleyans, you know. So that was a cool flashback. But we need to talk about something that we've been waiting for since season 1. That's one of the things that we've been waiting for, and that's the sea. Because, you know, Eren, Mikasa, Armin were talking about the sea when they were kids, you know, and finally they were able to see it. Eren kind of saw it in his memories and his father's memories, you know, so he wasn't as, you know, astonished as the other scouts. But they were finally able to see, you know, the sea. And I forgot to say there was a 1 year time skip from when they received the medal to when they got to the sea. Before they got to the sea, they were able to send the people that was living in Shingeki before back to their home. They killed all of the titans that were inside of the walls, and they basically killed all the titans that were sent by the Marlians. So there was only one that was crawling to the wall. They didn't kill him because there are other aliens there that they didn't want really to kill their kind, even though they killed all the other titans inside the walls. They had to do it. But yeah, man, it was great to see. Aaron has longer hair. I think it looks good on him. Longer hair, it's different, but it looks great. I think that, yeah, it's different. But yeah, just seeing Mikasa's reaction to the sea, seeing the other scouts, Coney, Sasha, Jean, seeing Armin's reaction to the sea, because all of them hadn't seen it. Only Aaron saw it in his memory. So seeing their reaction was crazy, man. It was beautiful. It's the first time that I've seen in this screenshot Mikasa like this. That was great. And we also saw something else. She was, when she went into the the water, the ocean, she was kind of surprised. So it was the first time that we saw her so girly. She even did a sound. That was the first time that we saw her act like that. And she's my favorite character in the show. So I'm happy for Mikasa. Just seeing her reaction right there, that's the biggest smile I've ever seen her have. Maybe even bigger than the smile that she gave Aaron when they were gonna die in season 2. At the end of season 2, I think it was episode 12. But yeah, man, it was great to see Mikasa with that smile, with that joy. Every one of them were a lot of joy. So it was a great scene, man. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below. Like I said, it was the season finale for season 3. There's obviously gonna be another season, but I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later, again in the review. But in my opinion, season 3 was the best season out of all the season of Attack on Titan. Season 1 was great. I think every season was great, but the reason why I think that the third season was the best is because, like always, the action was amazing, but the story, the development of the story, the world building in this season was amazing, man. We learned a lot of things that we didn't have in the previous season. Now it's not, we learned that they're not the only humans. There's a whole other world of Eldians, of Marlians. There's other humans that are trying to kill them. The enemy isn't the Titan. The Titan are other Eldians. The enemy are the Marlians and the rest of the world. So we learned a lot of things in this season. We also learned that the Reese family have a curse that the king gave them to not kind of save, quote unquote, the humans. So yeah, man, there was a lot of things that we learned in this season of Attack on Titan. That's why I think I put that season over the other two, even though the other two were great, man. The animation, like always, was great, but it's the story in this season of Attack on Titan that pushed it all the way to the top for me. Let me know what's your favorite season of Attack on Titan. Like I said, my favorite season is the third season. But yeah, man, I'm gonna talk about the next season of Attack on Titan now, so let's get right to it. So there was an announcement that there's gonna be a fourth season, but it's gonna be the final season of Attack on Titan, man. I thought that we were gonna get like 4 to 5 seasons, but this is going to be the final season of Attack on Titan in 2020. The reason for that is because they're ramping up. The manga is going to end really soon, so there's going to be a final season of Attack on Titan, man. That's crazy, because I think that Attack on Titan has my top anime of all time. They're now at the top. There was a lot of other animes that I'm talking with, family and friends, but now I think that Attack on Titan is at the top, man. The story, the story building, the animation, the action, the world building, everything about this anime is great. There's a lot of things that they introduced. There's a lot of things that we didn't know could happen, so it's gonna be crazy that next year is gonna be the final season of Attack on Titan. So I guess they're gonna do like 30 to maybe 40 episodes of Attack on Titan. I'm not sure how many episode it will take to cover the rest of the manga, but I think there's quite a lot. I'm not gonna talk about the specifics because it's gonna be spoilers, but I think it's quite a lot. So I'm saying about 30 to 40 episodes. I'm not really sure, but yeah, man, let me know what's your thought about Attack on Titan having their final season next year, the fourth season and the final season of Attack on Titan. Like I said, it's crazy to think, but everything has to end. But yeah, I think I covered everything that I had to cover in this week's review. There was end credit scenes. I watched it, but I didn't really know what was going on, so I'm not gonna really talk about it. I'm gonna let you all talk about it in the comments. But yeah, man, it was a great season of Attack on Titan. There was a break between part 1 and part 2. I think it was a 4 months break, but I think it was really cool that they did that because they wanted to focus on the animation and everything that they had to do, so that the second part of the season would be great. And I think it was amazing, maybe the best arc of Attack on Titan so far in the anime. I don't know about the manga. I'm gonna let y'all know next year, but yeah, man, it was an amazing ride. I think I missed maybe 1 or 2 episodes to review, but I did all of the other episodes, so thank you for watching. I do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer reviews on Saturdays. I do One Piece reviews on Saturdays. I missed last Saturday's review because I was at a friend's party, so my bad about that. I'm gonna review next week's episode. But yeah, man, I was doing Attack on Titan reviews on Sundays, but that was the last episode, so I'm gonna have some free time on Sundays now. But yeah, man, there's a new anime coming to my channel in early July. It's called Dr. Stone and maybe even Fire Force. They both start early July, so we'll see. I'm gonna review Dr. Stone weekly, but I don't know. I'm gonna review the first episode of Fire Force and then we'll go by that. I just want to know if Fire Force is going to be worth to me to review, so I'm going to review the first and second episodes maybe, and if after that I really want to continue reviewing this show, I will. If not, F that. But there's also the Wano arc in One Piece starting July 7th, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be a great arc. I've heard a lot of great things about it. There's a new director in the anime, so the animation and art is gonna be amazing. I can't wait for that. But yeah, man, I've said everything that I had to say in this week's review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, man. Anime Specialist out. Peace.